Hey guys, how's it going? I'm Melissa and welcome to our Back to Lifestyle Makes Sense. Today I will be discussing my expense tracking that I do, my grandkids, and why I didn't spend as much money this week. Yay! First, I do have some change here that I want to put into my coin jars. You know, I recently started my silver coins that I save. I recently started that Milk Money coin jar over again. So we're filling it back up. And my pennies, they're steadily growing. And I'm happy about that. But I have changed because, as I mentioned, I did have my grandkids this week. I always like to try to get them before I travel off to a vacation, especially if I'm staying longer than 3 or 4 days. So I did get them this week. We did spend some money. We had a very good time. I was really trying out this. I wanted to try out an underwater camera that I plan on taking on vacation with me. So who better to film it with than my grandkids? They loved it. They enjoyed the water, of course. So it really was a good time for them to enjoy it. I got to film them and create a little memories with that. And on top of that, I had to prepare to get my nails done. So I went ahead and did everything I needed to do. If you haven't saw me prep for my vacation, I clean, I organize things. I explained why I do that, how I pack, what I pack. If you want to see that video, it should be out by now, and you'll get to see that. But other than that, it's been a pretty good past week. Now, I already expense tracked for the first 2 weeks of July because I want to do it before I go on vacation. So I already expense tracked for the first 2 weeks. That video is out, done. You probably have seen it. This week here is for the 3rd week of July. I've expense tracked. Now, if you don't know, I used to cash stuff using the envelope method, and I still do that to a certain extent. What I do now more so is what I'm leaning to go towards, like for an extended period of time, is credit card expense tracking. Because as I've mentioned before, I'm one that can save more money, I think, by using my card and then paying my card off at the end of every month instead of having cash on hand. Even though with cash envelopes, you do budget out a certain amount. For example, if for gas for the week, you may dedicate $50 towards it. And you may spend 50, you may spend under, or you may spend over. Or for groceries, you may dedicate 150, and same thing, same principle. You may spend over, under, you may be right on point. For me, even if I'm under, if I see the money still in a cash envelope, that means I may need to spend it. So that's what my brain is thinking, like, okay, go ahead and spend that because, you know, you're going to replenish it next week anyway. That's how my brain feels. Okay. Right or wrong, that's just how my brain feels. For if I don't see it in an envelope, a cash envelope that I'm carrying around in my wallet every day, everywhere with me, then all I have is my card. I'm less likely to swipe my card. That's just how my brain works. I'm less likely to swipe my card. And I've been able to manage my funds, and I think actually my expenses are coming out a little less than they would if I was to stuff my cash in envelopes. So that's what I'm doing now. That's how I'm budgeting, using my expense tracking method. And yes, it's kind of hectic to keep up with every little expense tracking that you need to keep up with, but I have help with that because thankfully the credit cards that I use, they break it down into categories. They break my spending down into categories, and that's how I'm able to see, you spent this much on medical this week. You know, your cost for food went down. Good. But that's how I'm able to keep up with it. So that helps me out in that area. This particular week here, I went ahead and took out $350 of my pay so I could put it towards debt. I have not been filming my debt journeys as I normally would because it's really been a really busy month, me preparing, me not knowing whether I was going to go on vacation. A lot has been going on. So I have been paying towards my debt. I just have not been filming that. Another thing that happened is my entertainment this week went up because I didn't have any entertainment last week, the first couple weeks of July. It went up this week because, like I said, I purchased a little camera that goes under entertainment for me. And then I did some activities with my grandkids. And so that was my highest expense for this week. I think, yeah, that was my highest expense. It wasn't bad, but it jacked up my percentage on my chart here. Gas came in second, groceries third, and then restaurants fourth. Medical, I'm not counting because I haven't purchased anything extra for medical using my credit card. I do need to take out some cash out of this stuffing this week because I have to go and pick up my inhaler prescription before we leave on vacation. And I also want to buy me some compression socks. So I'm going to take some cash out of this money before I stuff it into my envelopes here. And these are not my cash envelopes. These are basically just envelopes that coincide with my categories on my credit card spending. And so I'm using these envelopes as like a buffer, or I don't want to really say sinking fund, but if you want to call it that to understand it, that's fine with me. But I'm not touching this money unless I need it. So for now, if I swipe my card and spend, and at the end of the month, when it's time to pay that card back, if I need something extra, if I've went over in what I've budgeted, because I do still budget now. I do still say, I don't want to swipe over $500 this week. I don't want to swipe over $600 this week. So I do still have that set number in the back of my mind saying, okay, don't check your balance. Check your balance. Don't go over this amount. So I'm not just all willy-nilly swiping my card because I can pay it back at the end of the month. I do still set a budget, but if by chance I go over that budgeted amount, and I have one budget amount for all categories, no matter what it is that I spend on, I don't want to go over that amount. So if I do happen to go over that amount, I'll be able to see what category I've went over on and take some money out of these envelopes to help pay that card off, because I don't want to carry a balance. That's the important thing for me, not ever carrying over a balance. So for the month of July, so far, I've spent $659. I've used $659. And for this particular past week, it was only $177. So the other 2 weeks had the other difference. The past 2 weeks I had $482, and it's going to continue to grow until the end of the month. And then at the end of the month, I'll be able to see what I did as a whole month. But because I'm breaking it down by weeks this time, that's why it's gradually growing. But yeah, and that's pretty good because, like I said, I was able to take $350 of that unspent cash and put it towards debt. And then this is what's remaining of that I have that I did not have to pay my credit card back. So let's count this really quick. 20, 40, 60, 80. 1, 20, 40, 60, 82. 220. 10, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have $273. And y'all, it was so cute. I taught my grandkids, I was showing them the purpose of leaving tips, because we went to this little pizza restaurant and we had a waiter, and I did hand them each like $1 so that they could learn the importance of leaving tips. And my little grandson, he just so outspoken. He's so funny. He says, all this pizza was $1? Wow. wow. So he thought that was just amazing. I said, no, this is for the person that came and brought you your drinks and brought us the pizza. Then, of course, my oldest granddaughter, she's thinking like, that's all she get paid? $4? Man, I don't want to work here. So it was a whole trip type conversation. But I really enjoyed them. I always enjoy spending time with them because they are so funny. If you have grandkids, you know, they are so funny. If you have smaller kids that are learning that you're teaching things to, they say some funny, funny things. Capture those moments on camera. I wish I would have captured our restaurant moment on camera because that was an event. All right, so first off, I'm going to take out $50. And I'm doing this because I have my $80 for my nails to get redipped, but I did not really set aside money for my feet because normally my feet outlast my nails. This is only a week old and it's already growing back. So I'm happy that my real nails are finally growing. But if I get my nails done too far in advance of the vacation, they'll grow back really fast. So I'm hoping when I get them done, the closer to us leaving, they'll last for at least a week and a half while I'm on vacation. So, but this $50 will be going towards my feet. I am going to get a pedicure and I want to get that done. So I'm gonna sit this off to the side. And when I go and get that done, I will pay that for that. I also want to take $20 out because this $20 is going to pay my little copay I have to pay to pick up my prescription for my inhaler. And it will also hopefully buy me a pair of compression socks. I actually have some somewhere, but they're like knee-high length. And I want a shorter version of them. So I'm going to use this 20 instead of swiping my card. I'm going to use this 20 to go toward that. And this is considered a health purchase. So if I were to swipe my card, it would go under health. But I'm just going to take the cash out of here. No sense in swiping my card. So that gives me 20, 40, 60, $70 that I've taken out to do something with. So let's subtract that. All right, so we're left with $203 that will be stuffed inside of these envelope pouches. And again, this is not what I'm allowing myself for the week. This is just serving as a buffer in case I go over my budget, which I've been doing pretty good with setting that budget and not going over. And it has only left me with small amounts per week to stuff in here, but it's okay because remember, the small amounts add up. And when I come back off vacation, I'm going to start up some savings challenges. And so that amount may be even lesser and lesser that will go in here. I'm not sure how it will go. For food, we're going to give it $40. And food now has 20, 40, 60, 81, 100. In housing, I want to give it, I'll give it $20. And housing now has 20, 30, 35, 40, $45. Transportation, I'll give it, let's give it $30. And transportation now has 20, 40, 50, 60. Wait a minute. 20, 40, 50, 65, 70. $70. In health, I'll give it $20. No, let me see. In health, I'll give it $15. And health now has 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 25. I had a 5 back there. 5, 10, 15, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. Health now has $25. For personal, I will give myself $40. And now in personal, we have 20, 40, 45, 50, 55. $55 in personal. And personal is not a category that's broken up in my credit card category list. Personal situations, month ahead, and self-care. These are not broken up into my categories on my credit card, but I do, if I have to take out money to use it for something personal or just any type of situation, self-care, or trying to get a month ahead, I did want to have categories for those in my stuffing. So that's why that's here. I'm going to skip situations and I'm going to month ahead, and it's going to get $20. And month ahead now has 21, 22, 23. I'm going to give it $2 more to make it 25. So 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. $25 in month ahead. And self-care, I want to give it 30. So self-care now has a lot of ones that are turned all different kinds of ways. Self-care now has 25, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. And I'll add $1 to make it 40. All right, so self-care now has $40. Let's go back to situations and we'll stuff it with this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. $5. We'll go into situations. And that is it, you guys. That's just how simple I'm doing it. And every week I generally pay, well, for this month, every week I've paid off my credit card, but generally I'll wait till the end of the month to just pay it all off at one time. This is a special month because I'm about to leave and go on vacation, so I didn't want to come back to that hassle of trying to figure out what to pay, what to do. I wanted to do that and take care of it before we leave. So with that being said, that's it. That's it for me, and I appreciate you being here. Always appreciate you being here. I love getting your comments. I do. I really, really do. I thank you so much. But your emails have really been helpful to me ongoing. The orders from my shop, which if you order anything this week, next week, for the next 3 weeks, I'll say, it'll probably be delayed. You won't get that quick turnaround that I normally do because I won't be here to get it done. But until next time, you guys, enjoy your day, night, whatever time it is, wherever you are, enjoy yourself. Bye-bye, you guys.